There you go. All right, let's do it live on a Monday edition of the program. Merely Bo, the Great Z. What a difference.
Don't ask. Not living well.
I did. That's why I did.
It's true. You didn't. Good job. Veteran move.
I do what I can.
Veteran move out of you.
Look, what a difference a week makes. There were a bunch of things that went your way at the end of the game against Green Bay here, and this wasn't that. This was a Detroit team that is really good, that's got really no holes. Your defense did plenty, quite honestly, in terms of what they held Jared Goff to. They really didn't have too much in the way they normally go about their business offensively, but in the end, we have an inability right now to play offensive football at a level that is required at the NFL level. And it's a real struggle bus right now on that side of things. And until it gets figured out, and we got a bunch of injuries and other things that have happened today on what's been a very busy Monday around the NFL, this is the way it's going to go.
Yeah, it's obviously it's not fun. It's disappointing. It's ugly right now on the offensive side. And I think what's so hard is one of the things I'll go back to what I was so happy about, that the win against Green Bay allowed for proper praise to be heaped upon our defense. And people are going to see this game and 34-10. Well, folks, the defense really, in my opinion, people feel free you can disagree with it, held them to like 10 points, 10 real points in this game.
Dude, they had 277 yards of total offense.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want?
By the way, that's the most that anybody has had against us all season.
Sure.
No doubt. But our defense, if you go into analytics, for example, our expected points added in defense, very positive. And then you dive into, and I like to do this, you kind of look at the drives. Here were the Lions' drives.
All right.
4 plays, 20 yards, punt. 5 plays, 65 yards, touchdown. That was their best offensive drive of the day. 5 plays, 16 yards, field goal, because that's after the first Joe Flacco interception, and they start at the Browns' 46. Then 4 plays, 24 yards, punt. 3 plays, -1 yards, punt. 3 plays, 5 yards, touchdown after the second interception. 6 plays, 44 yards for a field goal. 4 plays, 2 yards, interception. 3 plays, 6 yards, punt. 5 plays, 31 yards. You turn them over on downs, which is after you miss a long field goal, and they basically start at midfield. 6 plays, 30 yards, punt. 6 plays, 20 yards, touchdown. 4 plays, 9 yards. So they went more on a drive. They went more than 50 yards once in this game. Guess what? So did we.
Yeah.
Here's another stat for you. They went more than 40 yards in a drive twice in the entire game. Guess what? So did we. And yet, it was 34-10. So defensively, you played another tremendous game, and the scoreboard's going to say, people who just watch, what's frustrating is this is a Super Bowl level defense. It truly is. It is a Super Bowl level defense. It is. If you go back, there's never been a team that's had the number one defense that's been below 500. We sit at 1-3 right now. Now we're coming up to the part of our schedule where the next 10 games are honestly pretty manageable. And if we're going to make some hay in this season, it's got to come here in these next 10 games. But it's just disappointing to see a team, not be able to play complementary football. Special teams continues to be, outside of the blip against Green Bay, has been very bad. We've got a big punt return every game, and this one to the house. And that's a microcosm to me. There's a sequence in this game that's just a microcosm of the whole season, right? You attempt a 56-yard field goal. He just misses it. Then they get the ball. Your defense stops them on downs. They're being aggressive. So you're like, all right, momentum. It's 20-10 at this point, by the way.
20-10, yep.
So the field goal would have made it 20-13, a one-possession game. Then your defense stops, and you're like, we got some momentum. Let's go score. You have a drop by Fannin, on which was a very nice ball. Could have maybe, if you were going to nitpick, could have maybe been a little bit farther out of him because he was pretty clear and he had to wait just a second for it. But certainly would want to see him catch that ball. And then like we did in week 1, you come right back to it, and then there's Jerry Jeudy having on third down a huge drop, where Flacco did a great job, actually shrugged off Aiden Hutchinson, who had a hand on him, stepped up, made the throw, and that's dropped. Then we punt. They return that punt for the touchdown, and all of a sudden it's 27-10, and it's goodnight, Irene. Yeah. But it's a microcosm. Special teams fails you, defense bails you out, offense fails you, special teams fails you, game's over.
It's so simple, and yet it's all, it's obviously for us it's really difficult to pull off. But the simple thing in terms of the needle you were trying to thread here was you're going to play great defensive football. Well, box checked. And we ought to play great defensive football. We have invested heavily on that side of the ball. Heavily. Our first 2 picks were defensive players. Like, that's it. By the way, who's our third pick? Quinshon Judkins. He looks really good. He's a stud.
This draft class looks
excellent. Great. It's great. But that tells you the way that you were going to try to win football games this year, which is you're going to play great defense, you're going to run the ball. Now, what that eliminates, when that's your way of going about your business, what that eliminates is error. Margin for error then goes away. So what you can't be is you cannot be a team that turns the ball over, and you cannot be a team that fails at special teams. Well, so far this season, 4 games in, we turn the ball over, and we've not been great on special teams. So you talk whether it's missed kicks or punt returns or whatever, it's just those 2 things have to be clean to win playing this way.
Yep.
If they're not, you have no chance because you have no margin for error. You just went over it. These drives, guys, just to reiterate, if you're driving around to hear it, 5 for 65 is their best drive. That's a touchdown drive. The next best one they had was 6 for 44 yards. They got nothing out of it.
Yeah, we had an 88-yard and a 46-yard. So their 2 drives were matched by our top 2 drives.
Then it's 2 drives around 30, a bunch, and that's it. I mean, they're all. They don't have a single drive more than 6 plays.
No.
None. Like, you're doing your part, and it's 34-10 because you're not doing the other things that are complementary to that defense. So here's the thing I think for Kevin, as he's trying to figure this thing out and try to get the train back on the tracks a little bit, he's got to figure out how they can be effective on offense, playing clean, and special teams have got to be clean. That's it. That's the only chance you have to win in this league, the way that we're built to win this year.
So this is just from a pro football focus. I'm not pro football focus, pro football reference. This is their expected points that are added or taken away by the various 3 sides of the ball. Week 1, offense was plus 1.76, defense plus 2.91, special teams was negative 5.3. Week 2, offense was negative 15.6, defense was negative 2.3. That was Baltimore, which is skewed by that end of that game. Special teams negative 5.4. Green Bay, offense negative 5.5, defense 7.3, special teams positive 1.92. Guess what? We won that game.
Yep.
This week, offense negative 19.23, defense 2.66, special teams negative 6.68. So you got negative 23 points, doing the math right here, total. Well, actually, you got negative 19 plus 6 points. You basically got negative 26 points from your defense and offense and special teams in a game you lost by 24.
Yeah.
Against the Ravens, those numbers were negative 20 in a game that you lost. I think that one you lost 41-17.
Yeah.
You lost by 24. Week 1, you lose by barely anything, and your offense and your special teams combined to be negative 4, and you lose by less than a field goal. I mean, those numbers add up pretty spot on.
Yeah.
The one game that you win is because you're plus 8 and minus 5.5 plus 2.5. Guess what? You beat the Packers by 3. I mean, it's not. This isn't hard to figure out, but special teams has been negative almost a touchdown in 3 of the 4 games, and the offense has been, over the last 3 weeks, on average, negative 13 points a game. Negative 13. You can't win. I mean,
no,
and that's why you do not.
No.
But we have got to find a way to just be, the other thing we talked about was shot plays. We have no shot play. We did hit 2 pass plays of more than 30 yards this game, which was those were the longest of the season. The one Isaiah Bond is now your longest play of the season, the 35-yarder. But
there's something to him, by the way.
Yes, I like him.
Like, I think there's something there.
Yes, I like him a great deal.
Yeah.
We got to get him. I think he needs more. opportunities. But, we'll work to that. And with Cedric Tillman's injury now, he's going to get more opportunities. I don't think anybody foresaw that our offense, our passing game would be this bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we are number 1 in the league in attempts, and we have the worst touchdown interception ratio. Flacco leads the league 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He's got the lowest rating in the league, 60.3. His yards per attempt, 5.1, is the lowest in the league as well.
Yeah, it's there. It's right now at tackle, and we had attempted to address that today. Right now, without Conklin and Dewan obviously done for the year. Who knows with Jack? But without those two, that's a massive drop off. I saw you and I were talking about this last week. As a quick aside, I saw Sam Monson tweet this out yesterday. Formerly of PFF, I think he's with the 33rd team now. He said, the NFL really needs to do some sort of an offensive line incentivize plan to get more players in it, because when you lose an offensive lineman in this league, you are done. There's no depth at the position. There's just not enough talented guys who can play the spot, and we're down 2, and that's obvious. And then you factor in the drops. I don't know where it's going to say where we are in drops.
Let me give you just real quick,
please.
So, of all the tackles in the league that we'll say that played 20% of their team snaps. Of all the tackles in the league, these are Pro Football Focus grades, but then we'll get into some actual numbers. Cornelius Lucas is 72nd in grade, and KT Leviston is 63rd. But if I move it to just pass blocking, KT Leviston is 80 out of 80. Cornelius Lucas is 74 out of 80.
Yeah.
80 out of 80, 74 out of 80. Here's one to me that is staggering. Of all tackles in the National Football League, Cornelius Lucas has allowed 28 pressures. 28 pressures through 4 games. 28 pressures.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Charlie Heck in Tampa Bay, who's allowed 18. Number 3, you have four guys: Rob Havenstein, Trey Pipkins III, Tyler Guyton, and Kelvin Banks Jr., who have allowed 16. Mm-hmm. He's at 28.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's
what I mean. It's
an outlier of outliers.
Joe isn't playing as well as he. I mean, he's in his 40s now. He's not playing as well as he did in 2023.
Sure.
We're also not protecting him like we did in 2023 in any way, shape, or form. And then we also have the drops. So now you have none of that marries. I mean, really, the only thing right now that you can kind of hang your hat on is we can run Quinshon Judkins.
Yep.
He can run. And the way it's
take care of the
amazing how
football.
he wiggles. Oh, I know. It's how he can find spots that he's really been very impressive for a guy who missed everything and came in here and now in 3 games. He's clearly what they drafted him to be. He's a bell cow back. And this rookie class is looking to be, if the way they look right now, that is a heck of a building block for what's to come. But offensively, there just aren't many answers out there for you.
No, and as I said, it's very frustrating. It's tough. It's a tough watch. It's offensively, this is a very, very tough watch, and it goes back to now, turning it over. It's now 10 of the last 11. The one exception was Green Bay because we only turned it over 1 time, but we now turn it over 2 or more times in 10 of the last 11 games. We've lost a turnover battle in 10 of the last 11 games. That's the stuff to me, you have to, that's in your control. We led the league in giveaways a year ago. We are on our way to doing that again this year. That's got to be in your control. We have got to find a way to not turn the football over, and we can't.
Yeah, no. This is who we are now.
Well, you go back, and again, these are things that make it seem, you go back to let's go back to when we made the playoffs, okay, in 2023. 2023, we make the playoffs. In those games, that year, we still turned it over way too much in 2023. It hasn't really been since 2020.
COVID, yeah.
that we've been a team that hasn't really turned the football over. Mm-hmm. I mean, you go back, it's kind of crazy actually when you think of from 23, 24, 25, there are more games where we turn it over 2 or 3 times than there are games where we don't turn it over significantly.
Yeah.
And then you go in 2020, second half of 2020, after the bye week, when we go on a nice little run, turnovers that we have 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 2. 1 or 0 by far the majority of games. And then you go, it's been a problem the last 3 years. Here's 2023. 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 0. The only game where we didn't have a turnover in the year 2023 was the Arizona Cardinals win 27-0. 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2.
Yeah.
24. It's staggering. 24, we started off kind of okay. 2, 0, 2, 1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 3, 0. Now, this is the run that we have been on since week 12 of 2024. 3, 3, 3, 6, 3, 2, 2. And then this year started off with, I'm pretty sure, 2, 2, 1, 3.
Yeah. Yeah, at that point, that's who you are. Yeah,
and that's not winning.
You could maybe try to get away with that if you had a bunch of fireworks on offense and you could spin it around. You might get a chance, but it really speaks to how great this defense is that they can keep you in games as long as they do, despite that. And you're right. There is no doubt it's a Super Bowl defense.
And that's what's unfortunate is that it's a defense that is playing so well, and a defense that it's number one in all the metrics. It's the number one graded defense at Pro Football Focus. It has a number one in terms of most points added at Pro Football Reference. Like it is the best defense in football, and so to not be able to, and this defense will keep you in games. We talked about that sequence I talked about was end of third quarter into the early fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, it's 20-10 at that point.
You're still in the game, right? You make the field goal, it's a one-score game.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just, it is tough. It's tough right now, and, are we going to play, Coach?
Oh, yeah, it's coming up next. Before we do that, though, we got a bunch of news of the day, including this morning that Coach confirmed during his presser. The Browns have reportedly, well, if Coach is confirming it, then we have acquired offensive tackle Cam Robinson from the Houston Texans for a swap of late-round picks in 2027. He was a second-round pick out of Alabama in 2016, I believe. And I did see the great Nick Shook with a tweet about how he helped when they had the injury last year to Darisaw in Minnesota, that he came over and really buoyed them. The only thing I don't understand is why Houston, who got a win yesterday finally and has their own offensive line problems, I don't understand why they would do that for that give back. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, they must have known it was in the offing because he was inactive this week.
Yeah, I don't know. Must have. I don't know. Because I think they fancy themselves like maybe getting back in that South, and I think maybe you could. But but either way, it potentially could be a win for us. So he could come over and he will be acquired here. This Trench Report brought to you by Big Fig, the mattress made for more, crafted in Cleveland, just as your Cleveland Browns. He's in his 9th year out of Alabama, starts those 8 seasons with the Jacksonville Jaguars, 34th overall in 17. Played 91 games with the Jaguars, started all of them before being traded to the Vikings in October of last year. Signed a 1-year, $12 million contract worth up to $14.5 million with Houston last March, and is now a Brown. So there you go on that.
Well, good, because right now, I mean, what we're doing at the tag, we have – out of 80 tackles, we have the last and third last. I mean, that makes it hard on anybody. I mean, let's be honest. That's what's going to make it hard on anybody.
In addition to that, we have, and you're going to hear this with the coach presser we're going to play in a second, but you have Carter is out, quote, weeks, according to coach, and then Tillman out weeks, according to coach. So that was already a position where – going all off season, we're like, I feel like they need to add something. They did in Bond, but now you take 2 out of
goodness.
It. And good grief, yeah. So that's I don't know what your answers will be there, but those are big, massive losses. on that side of things. So that's your Hot Topics today, presented by University Hospitals, official healthcare partner of your Cleveland Browns. Coach from the podium coming up next. You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. This season, check the Browns social channels daily to play our digital scratch-off game for your chance to win club seats and other great prizes presented by the Ohio Lottery, proud partner of your Cleveland Browns. Time to head to the podium, presented by Vivid Seats. Vivid Seats, purchase your official fan experience package today for the ultimate game day. Here's your head coach, Kevin Stefanski.
injury front,
You're down.
Carter has a knee injury. Said Tillman has a hamstring injury. Those injuries will keep them out in the weeks department. We'll treat them, see how they recover, but we'll be without them for a little bit. But game itself, very similar to what I said yesterday when I talked to you guys, is there's things you really can't do on the road versus a good football team and expect to win. And certainly giving the ball away, giving up a touchdown on a punt play, those are really, really tough to overcome, again, versus a good team. So we have to learn from some of these lessons, and we have to play better as a football team if you expect to win those games. So we'll learn from it, and then we'll got to have a good week of practice, obviously, heading out Wednesday evening for our game this Sunday, but it'll be still a good work week for us. But we obviously the focus once the guys walk out of the building today, the focus goes right to the Vikings. But with that, I'll take any questions.
Hey, Kevin, just following up on yesterday. Are you sticking with Joe?
Yeah, I understand the question, Scott. We have to play better as an offense. We have to coach better on offense. It's not about one person. There are so many things that we need to do better, and obviously quarterback included. But this is not about one person.
Is that a yes then? I mean, are you sticking with him?
Yeah, that my focus is on making sure this offense plays better.
Okay, and then yesterday after the game, you said you hadn't gotten a good look at that second interception where it was thrown to Judy. What did you see when you went back? Should there have been a penalty there?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, of course, it's a play that we're going to say it is. They're going to say it's not. I wish there were other angles for that to show maybe that the ball hit the turf there, but weren't enough angles for them to overturn that.
Kevin, what are some things now that you've got Tillman out, what are some things that you can do to get this offense rolling?
Well, I think it starts, Mary Kay, with everybody just doing their job. I think you've seen that at times, this offense where guys are doing their job and we're able to move it. Obviously was set out, like you mentioned, we're going to need some guys to step up in that role and provide some value both in the pass game and the run game. But those are things that we'll work through. I really believe in the group we have in that room, and we just have some guys that have to step up.
Hey, Kevin, when we talked to Jerry yesterday, he was very adamant about feeling like he should have made some of those plays, especially that one drop. Just what did you see from him in that regard? And I guess moving forward, what's going to be most important for him?
Well, Jerry's a very, very prideful guy. He's one of our leaders. He wants to come through for the football team. He's disappointed, but he's our guy. He's our best wide receiver. He'll continue to make plays for this football team. I have zero doubt about that. And again, he's a guy that cares a lot. So in those moments, you want to come down with the ball. I know he does, and it's just a matter of getting another opportunity.
Like looking at his record from your tenure, when you win or tie the takeaway battle and knowing what it is, and obviously that it's a winning record, like how much do games just come down to that in the league at this stage?
You cut out a little bit there, Ashley. Are you talking just turnover margin?
Yeah, like winning the turnover or tying the turnover margin, just how many wins and losses just come down to that, I guess.
Yeah, it's the stat that you can draw a line the most and has the most significance to winning and losing. And obviously when you're -2 on the road, it's really, really a challenge. -2 on the road versus a good team, it's a challenge. So we have to do a better job on all sides of the ball. When we have the rock, whether on offense, special teams, whatever it is, we have to do a better job with it. And then certainly we have to take it away because that really is the name of the game.
Okay. Kevin, your answer about Flacco, should we assume that a change is possible and you're just not willing to address it at this time?
Yeah, I just would tell you, Tony, I understand the question and I understand the scrutiny that comes with the position, but we have to play better as an offense. We have to do a better job at all positions, including coaching. That's really what I want to get across.
Could you address the situation at offensive tackle? It's been reported you acquired Cam Robinson. Could you address that, or what other plans you have at offensive tackle? And why did you put Lucas at right tackle?
Yeah, I've not spoken to Cam just yet, but obviously is a guy that we're excited to bring in here. we've had injuries at the position, Tony, as you know. So having guys that have started multiple games and played well is obviously an important part for us. And then just in terms of who plays where, it's always based on the game, where we are, comfort level of the players, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, Kevin, in the event that you do make a change at quarterback, and I know you're not ready to discuss that yet, but I mean, do you feel like you would have some decision to make at who your backup would be in that case? I mean, could Joe revert to being the backup, or would Shador possibly be ready to serve as the number 2?
Yeah, obviously Mary Kay, not really where my focus is.
Hey, Kevin, after the game, I was talking to Grant, and he said that on the punt return, he used the word quit, that he thought the ball went out of bounds. And I was wondering if you saw that from other players on the punt return and what stood out.
Yeah, we just have to get the ball on the ground there. Bottom line, that's a good returner, but we did a decent job on other returns, but we have to be better on that unit. We need Corey to hang the ball there. We need the gunners to get down there. We need the core to get down there. We need somebody to make a play. That's really inexcusable, and you have to give them credit. Obviously, he's a very, very, very good returner, and it's a good group, but we have to get the ball on the ground there. And
does the trade for Cam say anything about Jack Conklin and when he might be back?
Yeah, for me, it's really the focus is on bringing Cam in here. Jack continues to get better every single day.
Thank you. Sorry. Kevin, Cam is now the 4th veteran offensive tackle the Browns have acquired in 2 weeks, 2 on the practice squad, and the kid from Ohio State. Is Cam able to go right into the lineup?
I'd say let's get him in the building first, Tony, before I can answer that. Obviously, he's a guy that's played a lot of football, but until we get him up here, until we spend some time with him, I don't think it's fair to say.
Kevin, just how big an undertaking is this trip to London, and how much do you have to do differently? Will you do differently this week to prepare the team?
Well, it's a big undertaking for organizations when they go overseas, wherever you're going for a game. It's a big operation, and the logistics of it, we're very, very fortunate to have a group that does an outstanding job taking care of all these things. As players and coaches, we kind of just show up and we step on the bus and then step on an airplane and we're there. But there's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes to make sure that we travel, and we travel first class, and we are in a setting where we can get our work done. So it'll be a very normal Monday for us, a very normal Tuesday. We'll move Wednesday up by about a half hour, and then we'll get on the airplane Wednesday evening, land Thursday morning, and have an abbreviated Thursday, if you will, with meetings and walkthroughs and a jog through, and then by Friday it should pick back up into a quote unquote normal Friday for us as we get ready for Sunday.
All right, I'm gonna ask Daniel's question from the chat. Is Deshaun Watson eligible to return to practice from PUP this week, and is he physically ready to return to practice?
Yeah, Deshaun's doing a great job with his rehab, and that's really where his focus is.
In 2023, when Flacco joined the team, man, he was playing behind a 3rd-string left tackle and a 2nd-string right tackle, and did well. What's the difference this year? Is it a difference in him?
Yeah, again, I think I'd kind of go back to what I said previously, Tony. This is we have to play better as an offense. We have to play better around him. We have to coach better. Myself, our offensive coaches, we have to do a better job of putting our guys in position to succeed. That's really the truth.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, there you go from the podium presented by Vivid Seats. Vivid Seats, purchase your official fan experience package day for the ultimate game day. This will be something that if there are changes made, you'll figure them out later in the week. Perhaps when you guys are over in jolly old London town, that's probably the way that it'll go.
Or perhaps it could come as early as Wednesday when you're practicing. I mean, that answer says to me that a change feels possible.
Well, yeah, because
or
otherwise,
more than that even.
Yeah, otherwise you just
say yes.
Joe Flacco's our starting quarterback.
Right.
That's it. So we'll see. So they'll practice. Just to give you guys an idea of where we are this week from a schedule standpoint. Practicing today or here today, off tomorrow, Gibbe, and then Wednesday here,
normal day. Wednesday practice.
Sort of,
right? Yeah, they'll go through, installed it, and I think it'll be moved up a little bit just so they get a little time before we hop on a plane Wednesday night. Thursday meetings, I think maybe a couple walkthroughs. Availability, East Coast time, probably at 11:30-ish.
Yeah.
It'll be 4:30 there.
4:30, yeah.
Friday, normal practice day, normal day,
Mm-hmm.
and then Saturday walkthrough and Sunday game. So trying to keep things as normal as possible.
Are you guys going to stay on East Coast time, or will you go London time?
I think you have to go London time.
Yeah.
What
If
do
it
you
was the
say?
East Coast time, we would be like up at 4 in the morning.
It's the other way, isn't it?
No. It's
We're
5 hours
5 hours
ahead.
ahead in
so if we
London.
like stayed up till 11 o'clock at night here, that'd be 4 in the morning there.
4 in the morning there. Yeah. I always get
That's
yeah.
a possibility, but I doubt.
Yeah, it's just a quick one to get your. I'm curious, like what they're going to do with the players to get them acclimated to that body clock that quickly. I guess you do buy some of it back. A 9 o'clock kick is essentially 9 o'clock kick over there,
2:30.
or 9 o'clock here.
Yeah,
9 a.m. here.
9:30 a.m. is
2:30.
kick. So
This is like
2:30.
Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah.
2:30.
Charlie, all of these people are real,
when
and
I
they
was
all want
working-
your mail.
When I was working on that document for you guys,
Yeah.
just so everybody knows where everybody's got to be and
Yeah.
taping and everything, I was like, okay, East Coast time, London time.
Yeah, I wonder if be curious. No one's ever done what Minnesota's doing. I mean, they played Pittsburgh Sunday. Pittsburgh wins, and then they're just staying over there. They're over there all week. I wonder if that's and then all this.
I don't know if they're going to London right away, if they're staying in Dublin.
That's what I was curious about. Like, is it better to just, if you're them, do you just stay in Dublin? You're familiar there. It's easy to pop over to London on Saturday. That's nothing to do that. Or are there all sorts of events and stuff that you guys are doing over there that would?
Oh yeah, we have a bar set up with it's got a store with special limited edition stuff.
But the
and-
players aren't doing any of that stuff.
No, they'll have time Friday late to go out and do some things.
I'm just wondering if it's an advantage to be Minnesota already over there,
Yes.
or us
Yes.
to come in. Well, in that instance, then we're really getting it because Pittsburgh's coming off a bye.
Yes, on the back.
So
side of it,
Pittsburgh
yes.
win. Just so everybody understands, Pittsburgh wins.
Yep.
In Ireland yesterday. Fly home, probably home early evening, late evening.
Yep.
Yesterday, and then they're off this week. Meantime, we're flying to London Wednesday, play a game, and then play Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh Sunday. Bingo.
You have that right.
That's right. Been riding a bus.
Doesn't seem great.
Going to ride a lot of buses.
That's crazy that you guys go 2 bus rides and a transatlantic flight in consecutive weeks. That's
then
never been
but
done.
then you're correct. And then I'm on a
crazy.
bus when the plane lands, and unless you're the king of England, there's no motorcade.
Oh, they don't do it, so you're just stuck.
Nope. Yep.
Are you guys Heathrow, or do they have like a private airport somewhere with the charters?
We don't have any info on it.
Don't know. Yeah.
No. Last time it was
The
just
Vikings
regular
are
old Heathrow.
flying today to London.
Oh, they're going today.
Yeah.
Oh, so their thoughts were, let's just get there, and then they'll
we'll
be
have
there
as
all
normal
week.
a week as possible. So the players, I'm sure, will have it tonight and tomorrow off.
Okay.
In jolly old England.
There you go. All right. That was from the podium presented by Vivid Seats. Vivid Seats, purchase your official fan experience package A for the ultimate game day. We'll go around the league. A busy, newsy day in the National Football League. We will put it all into perspective coming up next. You'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. I mean, it was a absolutely bonkers day in the National Football League. Before we get to all that, though, I should tell you now's your chance.
Great
to
day
be
for you in the
inches.
scores, baby.
Yeah, it was all right.
I had a couple of what I would consider bad beats on a couple that we had oppos on.
There was a lot of that. There was in the college stuff on Saturday. It was the hook for me like 3 times. Crazy. They're on it. Now's your chance to be inches away from your favorite players. They take on some big opponents this season. Field seats at Huntington Bank Field put you up close and personal with the thrill of the game. Limited quantities are available, so get them soon before they're gone. Visit clevelandbrowns.com/field seats to secure your spot now. There's a lot that happened yesterday in the league. I think the one thing that probably is the most at the top of the sport, the one that is most consequential is Kansas City taking care of Baltimore and the injury to Lamar. Those things are I mean, when we went to the start of this season, I thought the 2 best rosters were Baltimore and Philly. Baltimore is 1-3, and now who knows with Lamar.
And they've just lost all their all-pros. So Lamar's hurt. Nnamdi Madubuike's out for the season.
Yep.
Roquan Smith's out for a few weeks. Marlon Humphrey's out for a few weeks. So
Already
they lost a
defensively,
Pro
they were a mess.
Bowler on every level.
Jeez.
On every level. Yeah, Chiefs certainly looked good. That was good. So I wanted to bring this up to you.
Please.
And from a calling a game standpoint, it would be so useful as I drove home yesterday, because I drove there and back yesterday. Mm-hmm. I was listening to a lot of games, and it just would add so much to the product. So it was something I listened to Pardon My Take on the way up.
Okay.
And one of the ideas that they had was that I'm going to flesh it out a lot more, but basically one of the things that's really hard is, for example, like our game-winning field goal with Andre Schmidt, there was a flag on the play. So Siciliano couldn't quite get fully into it.
Yeah, because he saw it.
You saw a flag and you don't know. They had a good idea. Why don't we have 2 colored flags? Why don't you have an orange flag that's on your right side, yellow flags on your left side? If it's on the offense, you throw the orange flag. If it's on the defense, you throw the other flag.
I love it. I also don't know that I want to give the officiating crews any more to handle.
I would agree. There's no way.
I just think it's a great idea.
I think it is too, but it would
so
take.
Even if they get it wrong, sometimes they get it wrong, but they're going to get it right more often than not. And as soon as they get used to it, they'll get it right. It would be, I think, very helpful to know when there's a flag on the field if you're throwing that flag on the offense or the defense.
Do you think they know all the time when they throw a flag? Or do you think they throw a flag and they're like, something's wrong here and we'll figure it out?
No, I think they have an idea who they're throwing the flag on.
Yeah. Some of that stuff, I'm not sure. Sometimes I think they get in the little thing and then they have a chat about, what did you see? What did you see? Something wasn't right here, but, which way are we going? Are we going holding on the offensive tackle or illegal hands to the face on the defense?
One person throws the yellow and you're like, oh, well, we're confused, we're conflicted, offsetting.
And their reason for this was that
it just makes it easier. Like that there was
in a free play situation, for example, like there was the play that we had that where one of our guys jumped and they threw the flag and Goff knew it and threw deep.
Yeah, threw deep.
So then he picked it up. That one's pretty obvious, but is that where
but more for just a fan experience when you're watching it. Like as a fan, you'll be watching, and lots of times they don't even have the flag on the camera, but it just says flag. That pops up on screen. So let's say they were talking about one of they were watching a game and there was a big play in the game, but they couldn't really celebrate the big play because they knew there was a flag, and so they had to wait to hear it was. But if all of a sudden the flag icon came up, but it came up in orange, and that means it's a penalty on the defense, you would know you could celebrate the touchdown.
You could celebrate, live, enjoy yourself. Yeah. No, I'm for it. I'm dubious to believe that the officiating. I think it would take a long time to get them used to it. Like to give them one more task of left offense.
Let's try it in a preseason.
I'm not opposed.
And then if we could I just think it adds a lot it adds so much to the game, because as a broadcaster, it certainly would make it easier. I'm pretty good on it. I'd say I bat 95%.
Yeah.
Or 950 would be my batting average. First ballot Hall of Fame. I have that.
Boy, that'd be unbelievable.
But it would be very helpful. Now, what we have as broadcasters that gives us the benefit is usually get those early indications when they run over, and you can
look at those.
I pay attention to that, and you can kind of figure things out. But I just think from a fan experience standpoint, it would be. I think it'd just be better.
I'm trying to think how many times though that it comes up for me.
Tons on returns. There's always flags. That's what they were talking about. It was a return They knew there was a flag, so
Yeah.
immediately you think, oh, it's got to be a hold or a block in the back or something that sprung it, but it was really on a gunner who ran out of bounds. So, like,
Oh, okay.
that would be
So you
such an
can
easy
enjoy it the
one.
whole
Be like,
way.
yeah, so you can be like, oh, as
Yeah.
soon as that flag comes out and it's order, it's on their team, we're good.
Yeah. Yeah. Or, anything that would alert broadcast teams this is offensive go, anything to speed that up. I'm not,
And even for
not
the fan
totally
watching
opposed.
on TV, for example, like,
So on the Schmidt kick, I will tell you on the Schmidt kick, if memory serves, I don't remember them throwing flag up right away.
on the broadcast,
Yeah.
if they did, I don't know.
I don't think that they did, if memory serves. Like, we were all celebrating the kick, and then they didn't even make a big deal about, like, there's a flag. They were like, and then it came back to it, and it's like, it's a flag, but it's on the defense, kicks good. Like, the broadcasters were quick to it.
Yeah.
In that sense, on the TV copy, if memory serves.
I do think you can, get some tells from where the flag is on the field and things like that if you're really paying attention. But I just think it would, for the people watching, I think it would add a lot. I think it's a good. I thought it was a good idea.
I don't mind it. I don't at all. We had another catastrophic injury at the Meadowlands. Malik Neighbors with a torn ACL. He is out for the season. Somebody sent me this morning with the list of injuries.
It's
The
getting long.
Meadowlands. All right, so here it is. This is it. This is just in the last couple. Jabril Peppers, torn ACL in 2021. Nick Bosa, ACL in 2020. Solomon Thomas, ACL in 2020. The primary concern with the MetLife Surf Stadium's artificial turf, which is blamed for the higher incident of knee and Achilles injuries. I don't know what it is about that place. Didn't Saquon go down there too?
I think so.
And Rodgers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
What is it about?
ain't right. I don't know what it is.
We got to go there in November. Not looking forward to
No,
that.
and I saw Odell tweet about it. Like,
Yep.
please, I love the NFL. This comes from a place of goodness, but please get rid of turf everywhere. It is wild. I think if you can grow grass, you should.
Yeah.
Like, you just should if you can. And you can grow grass in New Jersey. They got great golf courses there, so you can grow grass there pretty easily. And I think about this, someone was talking about, down in Cincinnati with that. Like, if all I needed to put grass in that place was go, wait a second, our franchise may be lost for the year with a injury that's called turf toe.
Catastrophic toe.
Yeah.
Catastrophic toe. But the name is turf.
Toe.
Throw the grass, baby.
Yeah.
Roll it out. It just seems, but I hate that. I hate to see that for him. We are 4 weeks into this thing. The amount of catastrophic injuries that there are in this league already, it's astonishing. 4 weeks in.
Yeah.
And we have so much to go.
Big ones out for the season would be, I know he's not technically out for the season, but Burrow, Matabike, Neighbors.
There were a few last week.
Last week there were a few. There's probably guys
thinking
that
like
you move
big.
on. I mean, how long's CD out? He's not out for the season. He's
No.
out several weeks. I'm sure
CD's
there's-
like a ankle? Yeah, it's just an ankle.
Yeah. But it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of injuries, and I don't know if it's a
I
simple.
mean, the
fix or-
Lions lost two big guys yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, their star linebacker.
Right.
It will be weeks.
Yeah. There's a lot of them. A lot of injuries on that front, and that's kind of what's happening around the league. We'll do one thought in a second around the league. We also had the Super Bowl halftime show announced yesterday.
Weird time to announce it.
So they must have the game. Obviously, NBC has the game. Bad Bunny will be your halftime.
Bad Bunny.
You have a better point of reference than me because he did some wrestling stuff,
Yeah.
and I think your kids maybe are more familiar than mine.
Yes, and I also will say when we went to Puerto Rico
Oh, yeah.
early, like he is so popular.
Yeah.
Like, so I think he's the most downloaded.
So last year
artist.
he was third. It was in 2024 he was third. It was Swift with The Weeknd and then him
I think
in 2024. But he might be most downloaded ever. I mean, that's very much in play. But he was third last year in 2024, I saw. So, look, it's what I told my wife was asking about it. And I'm like, you know what I know him for is he was pretty good in an SNL skit
It's
with Sabrina
great.
Carpenter.
When
He
he
was
was-
really like.
There's one where he's like was he a waiter maybe?
There's several, but
Yeah,
that's
he
what
was
I
very
know him
good.
as.
Yes.
I don't know the music, but I also told him, like, look, it's not for me. I'm gonna watch. Like it's for the kids. That's what they're shooting for, is for the kids. And I'm guessing he puts on a hell of a show.
Yeah, I think he'll be very good.
He was pretty good alongside Pedro Pascal on SNL, if I remember.
That's the
That's
one,
what it
Kev.
is. Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. And he was on, I think, the 50th anniversary special too. He did some stuff.
He's
It's pretty
very
funny.
good.
Yeah. So it's funny. Like old guys will come in and go, "Why don't you just get AC/DC?" Dude, it's 50 years ago.
Yeah.
We're all old.
Think
We're all old, man.
the time has passed.
Yeah, we just got old in a hurry. All right, so there you go with some of the news of today in the NFL. Lots of injury stuff around the league, obviously. All right, coming up next, we will go one thought around the league. Before we do that, though, I want you to add more fun to your fandom with the Ballybet Sportsbook app. Download today, get 50 back in bonus bets. You place that first wager of 10 or more. Ballybet is official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. One thought around every NFL game. Coming up next, you'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Head to your local Meijer, scan the Hillshire Farms QR code in the meat department, buy one smoked sausage, get another one 50% off now until September 30th for a chance to win a suite for 10 to the Steelers game on December 28th. I have to say, I was slayed at your sausage Friday. I really
the
appreciated
sausage.
That was beautiful. Love
Yeah.
it. All right, time for one thought.
Just trying to bring you some joy, brother.
I needed it on Friday.
Yeah, we're good now.
Yeah, all good. I don't know. It's the craziest thing
Joyous.
ever. I don't know what happened.
Good.
It's wild. Time for one thought around every NFL game from Sunday. Hello, Gebe.
Hi, how are we?
Oh, we're all right.
There you go.
We're all right. All right.
Thinking with this show moving, maybe I should just allow us to have happy hour during the show.
Who gets hurt? How about if we do this?
I mean, it technically is happy hour.
it is. It's happy hour now. It's 4:00.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to go that far. Just 1 hour further east
1
out
hour.
of the water.
That's it.
There you go.
But Puerto Rico, I bet it's in Puerto Rico, it's probably 5.
The far eastern reaches of Nova Scotia, maybe.
Nova Scotia, let's see.
I don't know.
World
Bermuda
clock
for sure.
World
Bermuda.
clock.
We could run this show in Bermuda in a second. Pink beaches. Come on, baby.
Hello.
Sao Paulo, 5:02 p.m. right now.
Let's go. I would not have had that, by the way,
Yeah, Sao Paulo.
because that's not even on the coast,
Let's see, San Juan.
right? That's not even on the coast in Brazil.
No.
Rio's on the coast. Sao Paulo's not on the coast, is it? Do I have that
No.
wrong?
I think Sao Paulo's in the jungle, isn't it?
San Juan's on our time. No, Sao Paulo's a
It's not on the coast, is it?
pretty big city.
It's the biggest one there, but
Yeah.
Rio's on the coast. I don't know that. I thought Sao Paulo was
Here,
inland.
Hold on. Hold, please.
Pull it up. How could I not? I feel I'm letting my former geography ace self down.
Yeah. Where in
Unless
the
I
world
get-
is Carmen Sandiego?
Love that game. I've looked
Great.
for it on
So
other things.
it's a little inland, but it's on the eastern side.
Is it further east than Rio?
It's just no. It should be. I bet it would be the exact same time as Rio. It looks like it doesn't even look like it's a far drive from Rio.
I'll be dang. All right.
Hey, good news. The Browns and Texans have agreed on a trade for tackle Cam Robinson.
Yep.
The Browns receive Cam Robinson, a 2027 7th-round pick. The Texans receive a 2027 6th-round pick.
All right.
Not a fan of getting 7th-round picks.
6
I'd like
hour
to
train
unload
ride from
the
Rio to
7th
Sao
round
Paulo, by
picks.
the way. 6 hour train ride.
Oh, that's a hike then. 6 hours.
Well,
on a
it's just
train.
when you're looking at a map, you don't know the scale.
Yeah.
But they're basically in the same.
Yeah.
They're in the same region there.
All right.
Brazil's big. Turns out.
Should we do a little one thought?
Let's do it, Gibbe.
All right.
Let's do it.
But I should preface with we are doing this because we've
Yeah,
got
so
some
people are saying,
tweaks
this
over
isn't
the next
Tuesday.
couple days to the show. So
Yeah.
we've had to move a few things around.
Guards ball, baby.
Guardians playoff baseball.
Friends of the Feather. Let's go.
Compliments of ESPN Radio
Baseball Nate
tomorrow
fired
and
up.
Wednesday and potentially
Go for it.
Thursday, moving our program. We will do a condensed 1 hour show.
There you go.
But more importantly, we will do that show live on the YouTube stream at 1 o'clock.
There you go.
And then that show will air in its entirety after the Guardians playoff game on ESPN 850.
Okay, just so if you are someone who consumes this show via the YouTube stream, tomorrow and Wednesday, 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Tune it in.
And then if you are someone who consumes this program on the radio, the terrestrial radio,
Yes.
then that will be after Guards
Immediately
ball.
after
Okay.
Guardians ball.
There you go. There you go.
So there you go. One thought, week 4, away we go. We start in Dublin, Ireland. By the way, we didn't talk about it around the league, but how about the third-string quarterback getting jumped and robbed Friday night in Dublin?
Strange circumstances around that, too. Like the Dublin police have nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I was reading some of that this morning, and I was like, what is going on here? Like, nothing from Dublin police. Like, what is this? Yeah, it was weird.
Haven't heard
Very
anything.
strange.
NFL Security's investigating. I'm
Yeah.
like, but we still haven't heard anything.
No. Strange.
Squealers squeak one out. They looked like they were going to be in control early, but they let the Vikings right back in. Steelers 24, Vikings 21, Bo Bishop.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love this, but I believe I had it. I just thought that just felt like a game they would win with Wentz as a backup. Wentz turned it over twice, but they threw it all over the place. He's got a little Jameis in him, 30 of 46, 350 in this
Yep.
game, 2
Full
touchdowns and the
Wentz
2
experience.
picks. It's a lot of Jameis. If you're Justin Jefferson, though, you're doing cartwheels, 10 for 126. Oh, by the way, while we lose a receiver, remember Jordan Addison came back, had an immediate impact for them. So
Got run down by a linebacker, though, that absolutely
You're right.
changed that game because that put them in real clock bind. Had he just scored on that, could have ended up a little bit different.
yeah.
On my side of it, so no Jalen Warren in this game. Kenneth Gainwell, he's a
Yeah, what is
Pennsylvania
going
player.
on there?
19 carries, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6 catches, 35 yards. DK Metcalf basically had all of this in the first half, and they didn't throw him the ball again, which I thought was very odd. Only 5 targets, 5 catches, 126 yards, and a touchdown. Is that good? Yes, it turns out that it is good. TJ Watt coming alive, 3 sacks the last 2 weeks. They had 1, 2, 3. They had 6 sacks in this game. Mm-hmm. That's Carson Wentz. We should have a field day.
I'm going to remember that for the
We should have
over-unders.
a field day.
Yeah, maybe a 5.5 on the over-under. for
Zagura
us.
was talking trash to me after literally the first possession of the game, I'm pretty sure.
Do you? Okay. Do you remember what they were
Yeah, I know what you guys both did.
already? Did he? I thought he took the under this week.
You guys both went 2 and 3.
What?
Yeah,
Flack, I need 1 pass.
I know it. If
All
you
I know
just
is
had
winning.
Gabriel through 1,
You have that counted for Flacco.
because it was 34.5.
Yeah.
We set the over-under at 34.5,
Hate to see
and
it.
it was 34. Yeah, both went 2 and 3, so you remained deadlocked.
So deadlocked.
Yeah.
So what did I take the over or the under? That's what I thought. We were
He's
talking about
literally
that. We were
turning
in
around
the middle of the
talking
game.
trash to me in the game.
Yeah.
I go, turn your you-know-what around and call the game.
All right. He got Flacco right. You got it wrong. You both got Quinshawn rush yards wrong.
Wrong. What were the rush yards?
It was him versus Jameer, just rush yards.
And we
Jameer
didn't.
was 90.
Oh, he had
rush
more.
yards.
That's right.
Pretty close.
Yeah, it was. Quinshawn had 81.
Total yards, he might have got him.
Maybe, yeah. Goff completion percentage, you both got. It was 71.5. Both got
went
that.
under.
And then you split the sacks and turnovers.
So I
You
was
got it
under.
right. You were under. He was over. And then you both went over on the over.
go.
I told you.
By the way,
what was the total? Was
told
it
you.
44 and a half?
44.5.
Ah, we almost got it.
it was
dude.
low. I was like,
Dude,
I'm totally
you are,
going over.
You were a half on both of them
From-
4.
I could have had a
4
4 and 1, and then it would have been a
But
real
you're 2 and 3, buddy. You are what your
same
record
as you,
says.
dude. Same
You're
as
both
you.
2 and 3. Yeah.
Yeah, same as you. Yeah, that was. Well, sometimes these games get certain points where that's the over/under is really.
It
all
was
we're
a
playing
little
for.
early. Zagura was calling game like in the first
All right,
quarter.
because
At
we
like the
scored
8-minute mark.
and then they scored, and it was already 14 the first quarter. I'm like, your under is looking. And he's like, no, I took the over. I'm like, I think you
did.
took the under.
Yeah.
I go, there's no way I took the under.
Yeah.
I said I took the under last week. He's like, I took the under.
No, you didn't. I took the under last week.
Yep.
All right, Falcons. They win. I still think they're gutless.
No,
they
we
beat the
had this
Commanders
one.
without McLaurin, without Jaden Daniels. Falcons 34, Commies 27, Zagura.
This is what the Falcons are supposed to be. Penix looked great. Bijan's got 180 total yards. Algier gets 16 carries, runs in a touchdown. Drake London 8, 110 and a touchdown. Pitts 5 for 70 a touch. This is everything that you wanted. It's interesting. The Washington ran the ball well, but without McLaurin, Debo had a nice game, but there just was not enough else. And it's really because they didn't throw it a ton. I mean, it's 27 attempts, 156 yards. On
Who's
the other
their
side, they had
backup?
26 attempts, Marcus Mariota.
Oh, that's right.
Penix was 20-26 for 313. So they hit big plays in this one. Big plays.
Yeah, Bijan's a total stud. I mean, everybody drafted him number 1 overall, and
That might be
he's playing off. He's doing that, and this is who the Falcons are. Like when we made the pick, like they're just a yo-yo. Play great in Minnesota, get a win. Play just despicable in Carolina. How did that team lose 30-0 to Carolina? Makes no sense.
By the way-
and then they go and do so. Like this is just who they
Yeah.
are. I wouldn't count on them at all.
By the way, Bijan, 2 100-yard receiving games so far this year.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah, I mean he added 75 on the ground and 106 through the air.
Yeah, he's been over 100 total yards in every game, 124, 168, 111, 181. That's what you want. That's fantasy football gold right there. When you know that the yards are going to be worth double-digit points,
Yep.
gold.
Up next, there are 4 teams without a win in the National Football League.
Is that right?
Yep. Miami and the Jets play each other tonight, so another one, well, unless they tie.
Another one will bite the dust.
J-Mac laughing. The Titans are winless, and so are the New Orleans Saints. The Bills handled them easily, 31-19. Bo Bishop, one thought.
I just want these losses to keep stacking so that Deshaun, who I really liked Deshaun Kaiser when he was here. I thought I didn't have a lot of interaction with him, but my impression of him was that he was a really cool kid. And I thought that the whole operation there was no opportunity for success. Yeah. And so he holds the record for him and Chris Weinke hold the record for starting quarterback most consecutive losses. Spencer Rattler, by all accounts, is a little bit of a crud. So I hope that they just lose a few more here. He's catching up with them. Their next three are the Giants, Patriots, Bears, Bucks. So there's some winnable ones there. So I hope that the Saints can get there without wins, so that Deshaun, and I knew Weinke from Florida State, so I'd like both those guys' names out of the record book.
Yeah, they're not great. This was one. I bet this one ruined a lot of parlays.
Yeah,
a lot of parlays
because it wasn't close. It was just kind of like There was never any danger. Buffalo.
Hold on a second now. Hold on 1 second. It was 21-19 with 8:50 to go in the fourth quarter.
At
now
no
it was
point
never in
did I
danger,
think
but
that
they never had
too
they
close.
never had the ball. No, it was way too close. But the Saints, if I had it on Red Zone, I wasn't watching it that close. But when it would pop up, it was never like, oh, the Saints are down 2 with the ball driving.
Correct. They took the next kickoff and went and scored right away.
Yeah, so it was like anytime they got close, Buffalo was like, okay, fine.
They
we'll
had the ball
arm.
early in the fourth quarter, down 5 driving. Stalled, got a field goal, which made it 21-19.
Yeah.
They actually had a touchdown to Cooks that got overturned that would have given them the lead. They were not going to win the game. I'm with you, but it just shows you can't totally sleepwalk in the NFL.
And Buffalo did. I mean,
for a while, yes.
Next, the Carolina Panthers have played 3 of their first 4 on the road. The Patriots handled the Panthers quite easily. Patriots now 2-2 on the year. 42-13 the final. Zagura, one thought.
Patriots should have smoked the Steelers. They had 5 turnovers, 2 inside the 2-yard line. They're not a bad team. They're not a bad team at all. This was one of those where Carolina, coming off the big win, they score first, and then they just get absolutely boat raced the rest of the way, and it was ugly in every possible respect. I don't think Carolina is very good. I think we got kind of fortunate with the one against Atlanta last week, and I don't think you're going to see a lot of great from this football team.
Yeah, in retrospect, one of the more stupefying results was Atlanta losing 30-0 to this team. It just doesn't make sense to lose like that. I like Drake May. I like how Mike's using him and what Josh McDaniels is doing with him. 14-17, 203 in this one, 2 picks. Very efficient.
The surprise of the day, the G-men battling injuries throughout the game. Quarterback leaving and coming back. Neighbors out for the year. They handled the Los Angeles Chargers 21-18. Chargers' first loss of the year. Zagura, one thought.
What an absolute choke job by the Chargers.
Your boy
absolute choke job.
Herbert was terrible.
2 picks in this one. Terrible. I mean, they got our Marion Hampton's averaging 10 yards a carry on the ground. They're throwing the ball all over the yard. The Lad McConkey, where's that guy gone? He is
nowhere good, brother.
Dreadful. He's 4-game total, 16 catches, 174 yards. This was a guy last year had 82, 11, 49, and 7. He's been awful.
Yeah. Zagura must have him in fantasy.
Only on one team, thank goodness. Team's 3-1, so we're fine. But we're overcoming Lad McConkey. Giants are kind of fun with Scadaboo. It's not pretty, and Dart again not pretty, but did enough, and they got it. They got done. Crazy win. One other thing I'll point out is Tuipulotu had 4 sacks in this game for the Chargers. Like the Chargers dominated this game in a lot of ways and lost, which is they've got to feel pretty unhappy about that.
Yeah, Dart was fun. He was 13-20 in the game, but he scrambled a lot and on big downs, and he just gave him a shot in the arm from an energy standpoint that everybody fed off of, even with the loss of Neighbors, which is just brutal for them. But then between him and Scadaboo, like there's a little bit there. I hate that the Neighbors thing happened. I don't know,
awful.
and I don't know if Dart is going to be anything, but it was fun on a Sunday.
He's not going to survive playing like that.
No.
There are only 2 remaining unbeaten teams in the National Football League, the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles, who hold off the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-25. Bo Bishop, one thought.
Really weird game. Philly is up 24-3 at
Smoking
half,
'em.
and they just stopped playing football. They just stopped. Jalen Hurts was 0 of 8 in the second half, and they just kind of hang on. Bake's a lot of fun. He threw just a brutal pick when the game was they're driving. They're inside. They're in the red zone at this point. There was a brutal pick late that maybe would have given them a chance had he not done that on first down, by the way. But I do think Philly's a weird team right now. Like, they're winning, but it's not. I mean, they got really lucky against the Rams. They played a tough schedule, so it's just survive and advance. But offensively, it just doesn't look right for them. All of Hurts' stuff was in the first half.
And Bake's having a weird year. 59% completions. Hasn't thrown a lot of picks. Last year led the league in picks, but it's just the yards per attempt are way down. The yards per game are way down. It's been a strange year, but they've been good when he's got 3 already, fourth quarter comebacks. It's kind of wild. They haven't been a great team, but they've been good when they needed to be, and this was one where they're kind of the luck ran out there.
Up next in the battle of, winless teams, the Houston Texans get their first dub of the year. They keep the Titans winless. 26-0. The Texans take down the Titans. Zagura, one thought.
Cam Ward said it. Woo. They're not very good on that side of the ball. And
Clean that
they're not.
one up
That
nicely.
team is not good. Just period. C.J. Stroud looked better in this game. Was efficient. Woody Marks. Is this the start of the Woody Marks? Or he should have been on all of your teams because you've heard me talk about him on the show before. But if he's not on your fantasy teams, he'll be the number 1 waiver pickup this week. 17 carries, 69 yards and a touchdown. 4 catches, 50 yards and a touchdown. He started to come on the last couple of weeks. They've ramped up his touches. This was the big explosion. Obviously, it started off, it was 3 touches week 1, 4 touches week 2, 7 touches, and then this one, 21 touches, and he responded with 119 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Talking to people around Cam Ward, he was like a kind of a culture tornado at the University of Miami and even Washington State when he got there. I hope he can survive this. So I root for him. This is bad. They don't have really any weapons. There's nothing that you fear anywhere. He went 10 of 26 in this game. He's being chased all the time. Some bad habits are already starting to form. It's bad. And I saw the post-game stuff with Brian Callahan, and
that's getting contentious.
He wanted to brawl with Paul Kaharski.
He did, yeah. So that wasn't good. I think I hope Cam can get out of this first season because it feels like there'll be a coaching change down there. So now he's going to have to learn another system. Like, just tough spot. If they can get through it, because it's going to be them and the Saints at the bottom.
Sure.
So, like, if you're them and you're picking number 1, then you can pull what the Bears did. Because someone's going to want a quarterback at 1. You can then trade and get multiple picks if you already have your guy.
Yep.
So they could set themselves up pretty good if they do have the number 1 pick. I just hope Cam can get out of it alive.
Up next, the Colts lose their first game of 2025. Los Angeles rebounds from last week's loss to the Eagles. Ramit takes down the Colts 27-20. Bo Bishop, one thought.
Well, the Colts are legitimately good. That's the first thing. I did have the Rams, but this was a bailout. I mean, the Rams, Colts definitely should have won this game. They're walking in on touchdowns. Danny Dimes threw a couple of picks in this one. Stafford looks great. I mean, 375, 3 scores, 29 of 41. Puka Nacua, I saw a stat on Puka Nacua. Basically, half the games he's played in the league, he's gone over 100 yards.
Yeah, he's
for
nuts.
Like a 5th-round pick.
This year,
that's a lottery ticket, man.
This year, he's got 10 for 130, 8 for 91, 11 for 112, 13 for 170, and a touchdown.
It's crazy.
I mean, he's got 40.
Stafford, if you're on the right, and we saw this was Kupp, like he could win the Triple Crown this year.
Oh yeah, right now he's
just like Cooper Kupp did a couple of years ago.
He's leading the league at catches and yards. He only has 1 touchdown. Needs more touchdowns. Leads the league in catches, yards per game.
Yeah,
he's averaging 10.5 catches a game.
Yeah,
I mean,
Colts are good though. They're not going anywhere.
No, that was I think it was it Adonai Mitchell? Yeah, 75-yarder, and he fumbled. And not even trying to like showboat. He was just
trying to reach.
And then he dropped the ball as he reached it out there going in. And that would have that might have done it for them.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. By the way, Devontae Adams has been a real solid role player down there.
Dude, I'm telling you, the Rams should be 4-0.
Yeah.
They should be.
And they are as good. I think they're the most dangerous team in the NFC.
Siciliano's been riding that train since the preseason.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really good.
Next, these guys continue to keep winning, which sucks. Jacksonville beats the 49ers 26-21 to go to 3-1 on the year. The short-staffed, whatever 49ers get their first loss of the year at 3-1 as well. Zagura, one thought.
Travis Etienne was written off like
He was.
before this season, like he had no business being a part of anything. 394 yards, 2 touchdowns, leading the league 6.1 yards per carry. He's averaging over 100 total yards, and he's got 3 touchdowns in 4 games. He's been great. Lawrence has been their passing game, honestly. Brian Thomas, this was his best game, which was 5 catches for 49 yards. He's been a disaster. On the other side, Niners turned it over 4 times. 4 times, 0 for the Jags, and that's the difference in this game. McCaffrey's not getting it done much as a runner, but as a receiver, he has been excellent. The last 2 weeks as a receiver, he's got 10 for 88, 6 for 92. He's been over 6 catches at least every game and at least 52 yards in every game receiving so far. And he's over, even though some people will tell you that he's lost a step, his yards from scrimmage are 142, 107, 140, 141. So he's been, I think, quite good.
Liam Cohen is obviously a very feisty dude. We've seen that already this season. And I know, and I appreciate that because I think it's infected his team, and I think they all have it. But if you watch the post-game stuff, and before I get to the turn on this, his guys like having his back, I thought was really cool. But also, like you don't go with Saleh.
Saleh's not the one.
Saleh, not him.
Not
that
him.
ain't it.
Not Dan Campbell.
That ain't it.
Yeah.
Like go the other way. Not that. Not there. Run your mouth, but leave. And I was listening to Florio last night on Football Night in America, and he was saying that it was just a huge misunderstanding. Saleh actually meant it as a compliment because it's legal in the NFL to do it, and so he meant it as a compliment and actually apologized in the press conference saying sign stealing. He's like, it's probably not the right word for that. That's not what I meant. And Cohen just went nuts with it. But what matters if you're from the Jacksonville perspective is his guys are buying into it. And now they're 3-1, so they're getting the results too, and they've got next to nothing out of Travis Hunter.
They should be 4-0.
They should be.
They're just, you either have to decide that he's a corner or he's a
Make him a
receiver,
corner.
or let him just play all the snaps. He's not even playing a full allotment of snaps on either side. In this game, for example, he played 56% of the offensive snaps and 14% of the defensive snaps. If he's going to be on the offensive side, you got a guy named Parker Washington played 58 snaps at receiver. Like, you drafted this guy 2nd overall
and
gave up a future first for him.
Yeah,
and the pick that became Quinshon Judkins.
Yeah, no, I would just play him at corner and just have him be, a lockdown corner.
Whatever you think he is, just let him be that full time.
I don't know that he's ever a number 1 receiver though, and you already have one.
Yeah.
To me, I think he's way more valuable to them as a corner. But what do I know?
Next in the game of the week on the late window, Chiefs 37, Ravens 20. Don't go to sleep now on Kansas City. They've won 2 in a row since starting 0-2. Ravens drop to 1-3. Bo Bishop.
You give Patty Mahomes a weapon. Not even both weapons, just one weapon.
About to get Rasheed Rice back.
Just give him one weapon that wasn't cut by the New England Patriots, starting at wide receiver, and he goes 25 of 37 for 270 and 4 touchdowns, no picks.
Yeah,
they're fine. They're fine. This was the highlight game of the day. Obviously, the idea that one of these teams was going to be 1-3. I said that Baltimore could afford to be 1-3 because I think they could still track down Pittsburgh in this division because their schedule gets really navigable. But that was before I knew that their entire roster was going to be a mash unit, and they essentially will not be able to field a team this weekend of their division of their starters. So they have big problems in Baltimore now.
Derrick Henry, week 1, 18 for 169 and 2. Since then, 11 for 23, 12 for 50, 8 for 42 on the ground. And by the way, Lamar Jackson has not been right, regardless of the fact that he is now injured and not playing well. I say that, and he also has 10 passing touchdowns and 1 interception. So he's been just fine.
He's okay.
It just doesn't seem like they're scoring as much, but I guess they are.
They scored a ton against Buffalo. They scored a ton on us. Who did they lose to last week? Philly.
They lost to Detroit. 30. Yeah, so I guess
Detroit. That was like a 40 to 30.
Their
38,
D is
30.
the problem.
They've played. No, it's the defense. They're getting up over 35 a game to everybody except us.
38, 41. Yeah, against other than us, they've given.
Other than us, they're giving up mid-30s every time out.
38.5. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's on the back. It's on that side.
Wild.
But I don't know.
They very good. Sorry.
If they start stacking L's here with all of these injuries, this could be.
Cooper Rush is an odd choice to be the backup quarterback there.
The Las Vegas Raiders started the season 1-0. They've lost 3 in a row, and they lose yesterday to the Chicago Bears, who now have won 2 in a row. Bears 25, Raiders 24 is a girl one.
It's Kenny Pickett time. Geno Smith right now, he's got to be leading the league in picks.
They gave him a contract, didn't they?
They did.
Jeez.
Flacco's got 6. He's got 7. Yeah, he leads the
I'm
league. He leads the league in picks right now. He's throwing 6 touchdowns, so that's good. But this was the game that finally Ashton Genty became what we expected him to be, 21 for 138, and he had a 64-yard touchdown run, 2 catches, 70 yards, 2 more touchdowns. He played well. Caleb Williams settled in nicely. Adunze looks very good. The DJ Moore's disappearance from the offense has got to be studied.
They just gave him the new contract last year.
He has 16 catches for
I know
173
it.
yards this season. Wild.
On the Chicago side of it, they're starting to get it sorted out a little bit. I don't know if they'll be a team of consequence this year.
No.
But I do think that they will beat bad teams pretty regularly. And Caleb looked good. He made a couple of big-time throws in this one. So watch out for that Bears team, especially against the teams that are lesser than.
By the way, and Ben Johnson fired up. Don't ask Ben Johnson questions he doesn't like.
Well,
or make suggestions to him.
Yeah, that's the part. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not
So you have to
don't ask
change-
him questions.
he
Don't
was-
suggest.
Yeah, change.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Sunday Night Football, if you stayed up all night, all day, all night, because this one went super late, Micah Parsons' return to Dallas ends in a tie. Packers 40, Cowboys 40. Bo Bishop, one thought.
Well, I think Dak Prescott.
13-0.
I think Dak Prescott is last year's Joe Burrow is this year's Dak Prescott. He's going to score 30 every game. And they don't even have CeeDee Lamb, and he's still
correct.
He's still great. But I think the thing that, as I'm watching all of this, 'cause I watched a lot of the pregame of this, this is everything Jerry Jones wants the Cowboys to be. He's on set. How old's Jerry?
He's great. It was great.
It was amazing, but he's like in his late 80s, mid 80s, whatever he is, and he's on set with them, like with Jason Garrett, and they're pressing him on the Parsons stuff, and he's giving these great answers. That's what he is.
Yeah.
He's the ultimate showman, man.
Yeah.
I root for him. I
do
love it.
too. I love that documentary. Jordan Love goes 31 for 43, 337, 3 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, 86, back into the end zone, 2 scores. He had 157 total yards in this one. Here's the thing. We shut this Packers team down.
Yeah, that's how good our
It
defense
just shows you how good our defense is. Shut them down, and then here they were quite competent in this game.
Prescott was 31 of 40, 319, and 3 scores.
Yeah, it was the 5th time that quarterbacks have had 70% completions, over 300 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions in the same game.
Jeez.
A 40-40 tie, though. What a tie! What a tie that is.
Yeah. It was I didn't make it, but it was, yeah. LBM, the preferred provider of copiers, document services for your Cleveland Browns. They'll tackle any size office at 216-485-2000 or visit ohiobusinessmachines.com. We'll head back to the podium. Wyatt Teller coming up next. You'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. This month's winner of the local business platform presented by Minuteman Association with Medical Mutual is Precision Alarm Tech, locally owned in Euclid. Precision Alarm Tech, founded with a simple yet powerful vision. One man, a truck, and a dream to build a business rooted in service, integrity, and respect. Time to the podium now, presented by Vivid Seats. Vivid Seats, purchase your official fan experience package today for the ultimate game day. Here's Pro Bowl guard Wyatt Teller.
Hey, Wyatt. I mean,
You're done.
fortunately, nothing new for you guys given the last 3 or so years with the tackle injuries, but just here you are again and having to manage all this. How do you think that you guys are doing as a group?
Yeah, no, I feel like there's good stuff we're doing, there's not so good stuff we're doing, but at the end of the day, if we're all on the same page, I still say, we can be one of the best groups in the league. We just, have to handle the little things, and then the big things will come. I feel like in a lot of these games, we're an inch from a big play, a big explosive play happening. Last week versus the Packers, I don't think they had a run over 10 yards, and we were able to get that first run over 10 yards. So as long as we can, not moral victories, I mean, obviously we want to win the game, but, ways of handling, whatever the front is doing or stuff like that. I trust our coaches, and I trust, the guys we have in the room to get it done.
Hey, Wyatt, you guys are trading for Cam Robinson. What do you know about him, and what do you think he can add, a guy that started a bunch of games?
Yeah, exactly. I think you hit the nail on the head. A guy who has experience, who's going to help us, learning the plays and all the jargon and stuff like that. Again, experience. There's only so many, horrible saying, but there's only so many ways you can skin a cat, right? Like duos, zone, techniques might change a little bit, and jargon might change, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same. So having a guy who has experience and able to step in and help us, is paramount.
And we just talked to Kevin a while ago, and he didn't commit to sticking with Joe at quarterback, and obviously there's a lot of speculation about that. What would you think if he made the move to Dylan?
Yeah, no, I love this team. I love our quarterbacks. It doesn't matter. To me, I have to be a better right guard. So the quarterback situation is a quarterback situation. That's up to coach. But I in my mind, there's so much, like I said, we're an inch away from a big run hitting, a big play happening. So I'm not, that's up to coach. To me, I need to be a better right guard.
Thanks.
Yeah, Wyatt, regardless of what Kevin decides to do for this weekend, what can you say about the job that Joe has done for you guys so far this season, especially as it relates to just kind of getting up time after time again after, he's gotten hit a fair amount, and he's just shown, I think, a lot of toughness. What can you say about the job he's done?
Yeah, exactly. I think he shows toughness. Like I said, there's a couple plays that, haven't gone our way, but, I think that, we're so close. I mean, one of those is just, miscommunication. I had an MA yesterday where, it's an easy look, but miscommunication can cost the play. So I love Joe. I think that Joe's an unbelievable leader, unbelievable man, father, husband. So I just, I love him. So everything like that, but it doesn't matter who's playing a quarterback. If it's me, I wouldn't want to play quarterback. But if they ask me to, I'll do whatever it takes for the team. We're going to be running the ball a lot if I'm the quarterback, but no, I feel like, we've had a lot of good stuff and a lot of stuff that can be improved, and we need to focus more on the quadrant of, quadrant of success. Bad plays can happen, or good play, bad play, all this different stuff. We still need to be able to, play complementary football and overcome problems. If something bad happens, it's, we're not hanging our heads. We still have a chance to win.
And given the strength of your defense, what do you feel like this team, even at 1-3, could be capable of once you guys as an offense get it rolling?
Yeah, no, I feel like if we can play complementary football in all phases of the game, our defense is unbelievable. The games that have gotten away, it's been, late in the fourth quarter where we had a chance to win in the fourth and it got away, due to, whatever. So, I feel like our defense, the way that they're playing, if we can hold on to the ball, time of possession, keep them off the field, get that first down every drive, no 3-and-outs. Obviously 3-and-outs are going to happen. We play really good football teams. But, just mitigate it and mitigate the MAs and, penalties and stuff like that, and give our defense a chance to, really go out there and shine, and have energy and juice. Stuff that if they're out there, if we're going 3-and-out and they're out there for, 30 minutes of possession, it's never good.
Well, I think I read that yesterday was your 100th game. Was that special to you to hit that milestone?
I didn't even know. I guess I see Coach in the meeting. He's like, "Hey, congratulations on the 100th start," and I was like, "What? No one told me. I had no idea." But I guess that's the way it goes. It's like if something's happening, you don't want to talk about it. But no, it's an extreme honor. Who would have thunk when I was a 5-year-old kid thinking I was going to play in the NFL that I'd make it to 100 starts? So special.
Yeah. And on a maybe, I don't know, a more down note, the 4th downs it took you to get in from the 1 for that touchdown. What did you see when you went back and watched it on film? And I mean, obviously you're glad that you scored, but was it frustrating it took 4 downs?
Yeah, no, of course. There's just small things. I mean, speaking of the first goal line play we had, which should have been a walk-in, and almost was. I mean, it still almost was. I missed a coaching point of my split. So it just closed the gap. I mean, I wasn't that far off, but enough where it's, 6 inches, 8 inches of a split can really change, where you're going, and he doesn't have to jump over your legs. You can kind of just, run downhill. So just little things that, amount to big things. I always pride ourselves on being a good short yardage and goal line team. So to take, 4 attempts to get in, is never good. That being said, I think that one of those quarterback sneaks was a little closer than they gave, but it shouldn't be a doubt. You should be totally across. The mindset is if you put 22 feet on their side of the line, you have a chance to make a yard. So, it's a little embarrassing, but also we scored, which was good. At the end of the day, we did get in. So I'm happy about that, but more opportunities. I wish we had 4 different drives that ended in goal line scores, just the first one, but it doesn't always work out that way.
Yeah. So how do you guys feel about heading over to London? Not only do you have to try to lick your wounds after a embarrassing loss like this, but now you have to go all the way over to London and try to get the job done against a football team that's already been there and acclimated for a week. So what does this week hold for you guys?
Yeah, no, I feel like first we gotta, learn from this loss. Even in wins, you're learning stuff, but especially in losses, you don't want the same things to happen again. So learn from this loss, get our bodies right. I'm pretty sure docs are talking about banking sleep. I don't know how to do that, but especially with children, but try to take care of your body. It's going to be a weird, flight out there, so just be able to, recover in a weird situation, or a weird, I guess, thing happening with going to, UK. But, it's an awesome experience. I haven't been to London. I haven't been to England. So it'll be cool to see all that stuff. So that's exciting. And to play in a different area, different country is kind of mind-boggling to me. So it's cool.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, there you
That wraps us up. Thanks, Wyatt. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that's Wyatt from
That's
the
on me.
podium. You're good. You're good. You're good. You got a lot going on. I don't know if you know you're going to London Wednesday.
For 96 hours.
It's crazy.
Great.
We're going to get you great clips. Great clip of the game coming up. In addition to that, we've got 2 games tonight on Monday Night Football. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. A car, truck, or motorcycle accident caused you injury, call the injury lawyers at 1-800-ELK Ohio for a free case review. Elk & Oak's proud partner of your Cleveland Browns. Time for your great clips. It's going to be great. Call of the game. Here is Jared Goff to Denzel Ward.
Goff play fake to Gibbs, back to throw, stands at the 4, wants a deep shot over the middle, wants Williams. It's picked off by Denzel, 45 of the Browns. He's got to run back midfield. Lions 45-40. Denzel Ward cuts back inside. Laporta brings him down at the 40. There's the turnover. Denzel Ward with his first interception of the year. The Browns are going to have it in Detroit territory to set up this drive. A 21-yard return for number 21.
Yeah, there it is. There's there's that turnover, as Andrew said there on the call, and you think, okay, let's go, and away you go, and it wasn't able to happen. But good for your great clips. It's going to be great. Call of the game. We've got a doubleheader. No, it's not a doubleheader. It's a staggered start.
Yes.
So are they 7 and 8:30 or something?
I am not pleased that the late cap is. I get why they did what they did, but like.
So I was explaining it to the audience this morning. The way that I understand it, the reason you do this is if you're Disney, ABC, ESPN, you are selling the cumulative audience.
Yep.
So you're not competing with anything. You're saying this is the amount of people that watched NFL football on our platforms on Monday night. And so for them, traditionally you would never run, in the old days, you would never run like one on ABC, one on ESPN, because the numbers wouldn't be as big on one of them because you're going to
There'll
lose
be some
Peter.
cannibalism.
Yeah, absolutely. Better word than what I was going to use. So, that's it. So that's why they're doing it. They're getting the total audience of it.
By the way,
these games aren't great.
I wasn't here last Tuesday, so
yeah, I know. Rooted for the rain.
Didn't get it. It was delightful.
Delightful.
Yeah,
I bet it was. Delight. Wait till you're when you're loading in on Saturday and he's playing Royal Liverpool.
I doubt that's going to happen.
No, but like his face was great just for a second, thinking that was possible because it's in play. It could be in play.
I don't think it's in play. But
what would be the course in England? If you could play any course in England, what would it be? Because St Andrews, all those are in Scotland,
right?
So is Royal Liverpool?
That'd be up there.
Is that
Liverpool, Birkdale? I think
there you go.
Birkdale's there.
Yeah, because usually the Rota's Scotland heavy.
Oh yeah, Scotland, Little Ireland.
I'm trying to see Arsenal on Saturday, but I don't know if we got to load in. I don't know.
You got to do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it'd be great if I didn't have to work.
Don't worry about the work. It'll take care of itself.
Before I was rudely interrupted by Gibbe, I was going to say I'm out on the Manning cast. Here's what I do. I watch it until they bring on a guest, and now I will only watch it if they have either somebody that I feel like I've got to see or if they have another quarterback on. I like when they talk, like the Danny Dimes stuff last week, I thought was good.
Yeah.
When they talk, because then they're just talking ball. But enough of the dumb questions, enough of the scripted stuff. Just talk ball with whoever is there, which is why I like, that's what they do when it's just the two of them. That's what they do.
Yeah. I think it's amazing that you're bringing this up, and I'd forgotten that you weren't on air Tuesday, but I said the exact same thing last Tuesday. Or maybe it was the Tuesday before. There was another one where I made the same case. I can't remember if they were on last week or not, but I made the same case. It just doesn't work anymore.
2 minutes.
For me.
I like it when it's just them.
But
I think
they
it
haven't
sets
evolved.
A great tone.
And to not have a point guard like steering them, I don't think you need any guests. I'd rather just have a point guard steer, or just have Peyton and Eli do it and just talk ball.
I don't even know if
I don't think you need guests. I don't think you need.
Guests are okay if they're coaches. Like Belichick was good.
Yeah.
When they have quarterbacks on, it's good. People who are talking ball. Like, to me, I want that to be, you have the broadcast that's for everybody.
Yeah.
And then I want that broadcast to be like for people who are hardcore into football.
Yeah, but
and get to hear the
they
greatest
lean the other
minds
way
in football talking about football.
They lean the other way. By
We
the
need
way,
to get some scores in.
English courses on the Rota. We were right. Royal Liverpool, Royal Birkdale, Royal Lytham at St. Anne, and Royal St. George's.
I'm not going to be invited to any of those. However, Zagura might be, given the company will be.
That's how it goes. We'll see.
7:15 tonight on
1 minute,
ESPN.
1 minute.
Chris Fowler, Dan Orlovsky, Lewis Riddick, Kate George, Peter Schrager, even the G-Man making an appearance because why not? Everybody else is. Jets visiting the Dolphins on ESPN, Bo.
I think the Jets believe in their coach. I think they're much more frisky than their record would lead you to believe, and I think the Dolphins are just ready to push all chips in. Give me the Jets by $1 billion.
Same. And then I think the Broncos just.
I haven't even gotten to that. Hey, thanks for
it.
paying attention.
30.
To 8:15.
Oh, we're getting told 30 seconds in our ear, my
with
friend.
Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Lisa
Trying
Salters,
to
Laura
post.
Rutledge.
For
Bo,
your
go ahead.
For your purposes, because you have Broncos by $1 billion.
Yeah.
So on this one, I saw a score that's a point different. So can I take that one?
15.
Either way, I got
Making our own rules.
Bengals
Dogs and cats
Frisky.
live in
Bengals
mass
Frisky.
hysteria.
Broncos win. Bengals Frisky. Join Fontana and Gerard tonight, 7 to 8, special Monday edition of the Cleveland Browns preview show, University Hospital's Cleveland Browns Radio Network. Isaiah Bond, Andrew Siciliano join the guys. We're back tomorrow. Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland.